Hey guys, and welcome back to Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate. Last time we took care of our fear of bugs, or at least I hope we did. And this time we are taking on the bear-like monster called the Azurus. And before we get started on that, there's just one thing that we gotta do, and that's, well, make an insect box, or at least upgrade our farm a little bit. Stop talking, Junior. I'm just not in the mood. Okay. That was pretty simple, but I'm going to go back here real quick, see what else there is. Let's see. Okay, yeah, we need to collect some shit, but we'll be collecting some shit later on. Yeah. So, what is an Azuros? Well, it's, I initially said it was like a bear, but actually it is more like a badger. A badger that likes honey for some reason. Or at least, I don't know much about badgers, so it could like honey in real life, I'm really not sure. But, as you can see, the little thing above our hunter's head is white. So this is a capture mission. We are specifically here to take the monster alive. We do not want to kill it. And we have items that will help us capture said monster. So if you so happen to kill said monster, then, well, you're a failure at life, and you're going to fail the quest. One of those two things are true. But, anywho, we are supplied with some traps and these trank bombs, and you need them both in order to capture said monster. Now, where said monster is on the map, initially, I forgot. So, oh, okay, it's showing up on my screen. But here's an interesting tell. Herbivores like this, they get nervous when there's a large monster within the next area. So if they're acting, like this, kind of weird, kind of panicky, then you know that you're near a monster. And because this is the first time that we're encountering Azuros, we don't need to worry about it changing location because there's always going to be a cutscene. And here is said cutscene. Oh, Alteros. You're a pain in my ass. So, I guess it could best be described as a giant blue honey badger who don't give a shit. And he seems to like these little batches of honey. He's just chilling out. So, we're gonna ruin his day. He has very strong arms, so it's more than likely that your weapon's going to bounce off his arms, even though they are breakable. So keep that in mind. Also, his ass is a weak spot on his body, too, so the head and the ass are the places you want to hit him. But he also has sort of a butt-stomping ability, so if you're behind him, then he might just back that thing up, and he will, well, hit you. And surprisingly, or at least I should say unsurprisingly, because that's supposed to happen, it's fucking physics, it's going to send you flying. But he is a bit of a slow monster, but once he's in rage, then he's going to be, well, a lot faster. And all large monsters have some form of rage form, and it's pretty much, the monster equivalent of being white trash. It's going to make you a lot stronger and a lot faster and a lot more resilient and a much more of a pain in the ass. Oh boy. Oh. Interesting thing about this honey badger is that it generates a lot of body heat, so its tongue is almost always hanging out of its mouth. Because it can't sweat, that's pretty much what I'm getting at. It's random fact, really, but it's an interesting random fact. But there's also a quick question I want to have to any veteran hunters that might be watching what's going on here. But which would be best described as the weaker large monster? This guy or the Grey Jaggy? Because they're both pretty easy. Well, unless you're fighting them for the first time, then you never know. They could be difficult. Okay, so this is what we're looking for. This is our telltale sign that he's ready to be captured. He's limping away. And when that happens, they're going to go over, try to find an area where they can rest and recuperate. This is the time where you want to locate them, preferably when they're sleeping, but this is where you really want to trap them. However, I don't want to take any chances. I don't really have a whole lot of items to replenish my stock in case I run out. So I'm going to let him go into the next area, because even though he's limping away now, once he hits the next area, he's going to be wanting to attack me again. And while I'm setting up this shock trap here, he's gonna come after me, and I'm gonna switch to my tranq bombs. Make sure you're up close and personal when you throw the tranq bombs, because it is very much easy to miss these guys. Azuros also has a weakness to sonic bombs, so what they are just high-frequency bombs that detonate, and it can stun certain monsters. But if you do that, in most cases, that monster, after he recovers, instantly goes into rage mode. So that's something to really keep in mind. Yeah, the hardest thing about this quest is if you're overpowered and you end up accidentally killing the monster, which is very much possible. So you sort of want to take your time, really. But you get awarded with a bunch of things, especially a lot of times you can be awarded with a rare item too, if you're lucky. But yeah, that was the Azuros, and thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys again next time. Take care.